Do you know you can train your mind to become a genius? Though there is no scientifically precise definition of a genius, but most philosophers they tend to agree on the following traits of a genius mind. First, high intelligence. Second, the ability to apply creativity and imaginative thinking to almost any situation. And third, the ability to work in the states of flow, free from all distractions. Now, Swami Vivekananda has said, the difference between an ordinary person and a great person lies in the degree of concentration. So, when we develop the power of concentration and detachment, it allows us to operate at peak performance. That is called the flow state. But in our day-to-day activities, we may be unconsciously training the mind to become more disoriented rather than focused and concentrated. We live in a world where people are addicted to their devices. Many people spend a large part of their day watching endless streams of videos on YouTube, or they are addicted to watching their favorite serials on the television. When you are tempted to check every WhatsApp message that comes in, every notification from Facebook, every social media post, you may not be realizing how much it is costing you. You could be literally wasting your opportunity to earn a fortune of wealth in your life and create a life of abundance which you truly deserve. Now, what would you call such a person who is bent upon damaging his mind and creating a more wretched life for himself instead of creating a prosperous and a happy life? If your personal reality or your environment is creating your personality, you are allowing yourself to become a victim of circumstances. But if you are in charge of how to choose to spend your time, your personality is creating your personal reality, and then you become a creator of your destiny. So in this video, we shall discuss how some of our yogic practices can help us turn into a genius and be a creator of our own destiny. So if you have not subscribed till now, I suggest you to subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss out on the forthcoming videos in this series. But before we proceed, kindly allow me to pay my gratitude to my Guru. Om Ram Shri Kanhaiyalal Sharmaye Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Now, Maharshi Patanjali in his Yoga Sutras has said, Abhyasa Vairagyabhyam Tannirodha. That is, no matter what you do, but do it with enthusiasm and regular practice, that is Abhyasa, and non-attachment to anything else, that is Vairagya. So this clears Nirodha or your inner perceptual space, and it comes to rest. So then you immerse yourself in a state of yoga. How many of you wish that you had a mind that could completely focus on whatever activity you wish to concentrate upon? Neil Peart was a Canadian musician. He was a songwriter, an author, and was considered as the best drummer and percussionist in the world. Mentioning about his own journey to being the greatest in the world, he said, drumming completely eclipsed my life from age 13 onwards, when he started the drum lessons. So everything disappeared. He says, I had done well in the school up to that age, but then I became completely monomaniacal and obsessed all through my teens. Nothing else existed anymore. So this word monomania means absolute obsession with your goals. Scientific studies have shown that every time you focus monomaniacally on a project or on a skill, your brain starts to build a neural pathway around that one skill. And every time you practice that skill, you isolate and you strengthen that neural pathway. When every time you choose to turn off your phone and you get away from distraction, and every time you are engrossed in that one activity for extended periods of time, away from distractions and the interruptions, when you focus on that one skill or that one most important goal of your life, your neural pathways get stronger and stronger. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. Nirodha means free from distractions and interruptions. Avrodha, you are aware, avrodha means obstacles or distractions. So, with continued focus and practice of that one skill, along with an attitude of vairagya or non-attachment towards the temptations of various distractions, you are able to keep away all the obstacles away from your path towards achieving your goal. Scientific research has revealed that the more you practice the skill, the more those neural pathways get stronger. And with deeper practice every day for extended periods of time in an undistracted environment, our brain starts to trigger oligodendrocytes. Oligodendrocyte is a type of neuroglia which is found in the central nervous system that functions to produce myelin, which is an insulating sheath on the axons of nerve fibers. Now, what does myelin do? Myelination is an important component of intelligence, and this is the secret of high-performing genius mind. How could a football genius, David Beckham, how could he develop this amazing skill of kicking the ball past the wall of defenders by curling the ball? This trait became historic and came to be known as bend it like Beckham. This came about only after repeated practice for extended periods of time, free from distraction. What Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos and many other genius minds, what they have in common was the ability to see around corners. To be able to see around corners is to see what is coming next before anyone else can see it, to get prepared for it, to master the challenge before even others realize that the challenge is here. So the greatest and the best leaders, they have always had this ability to see around the corners. So this ability to see around the corners comes only when you are completely focused on your goal, shutting off all distraction. These people were not born talented, but they developed a monomaniacal focus and shunned away all distraction. Due to this quality, they could achieve mastery in their field by maintaining a focus for extended periods of time. When you are able to go into this state of flow, you create a factory of mastery, and each and every one of us is capable of attaining this mastery. This was the quality and the state of mind of Beethoven when he was composing music, or of Picasso when he was deeply engrossed creating his painting, or Roger Federer when he was playing his tennis shot, or even Tiger Woods when he was shaping his best golf shot. So a genius brain, he develops from practice, and focus. And in terms of science, it's called neuroplasticity. When you are able to keep away distractions and start focusing on that one goal or that one skill that you want to become the best in the world, your neocortex starts shutting down. So this is the brain area which is responsible for reasoning. We don't need reasoning and intellect, which are the properties of an activity mind. When our mind is hyperactive, our brain waves are at the beta frequency, which is a normal waking state. But when we go into a focused meditative state, we enter the alpha stage. This is the stage where yogis enter while meditating. This is the state where our intuition starts. And this is the state of flow where the top athletes or the top musicians or the top painters they work in, when they lose the track of time while deeply engrossed in their work, free of external distractions. Maharishi Patanjali has long back described this state of yoga, this state in his Yoga Sutras, which science is rediscovering now. He says, dhyana or concentration is the process of holding or fixing the attention of mind onto one object or place. Dhyana or meditation is sustained concentration, when the attention continues to hold or repeat the same object or place. Samadhi is the deep absorption, wherein only the essence of that object or that place or that point that shines forth in the mind, as if the mind were devoid even of its own form. And when all these three states are attained, Trayamekatra Sanyamaha, that is, the three processes of dharana, dhyan and samadhi, when taken together on the same object or a place or a point, is called Sanyama. And then Tajya Pragya Lokaha, through the mastery of that three-part process of Sanyam, the light of knowledge, that transcendental insight or higher consciousness, that is prajna, that dawns, that illuminates, that flashes, and it becomes visible. And then tadevarthamatra nirbhasam swarupashunnamev samadhihi. In this stage of samadhi, Maharishi Patanjali says, tadeva, that is, that dhyan itself is samadhi. When swarupashunya, when the self nature of the meditator is as if not there, your swarup has become shunya or zero. And then artha matra nirbhasham, only the object shines forth. At that stage, samadhi happens. So samadhi is that state in the process of meditation where the dharana has intensified, all the distractions are kept at bay, and dhyana has happened. And when that dhyana again gets intensified, the subject or the meditator as if fuses with the object. So the meditator is not there. The process of meditation is not there. Only the object of meditation shines forth. So you are so lost in your work that you lose your own identity for a while. And this is Sarupa Shunya. And mastery of this stage gives rise to absolute knowledge of all that can be perceived. This is intuition. Every intuition is an attainment of knowledge of the essence of the object. Most of the inventions or discoveries worldwide have happened in an intuitive state of mind, which is similar to the state of samadhi, when the mind is completely at rest after lot of efforts That is the time when intuition starts happening. Intuition is a source of knowledge which is beyond our intellectual or our sensory perception. When you move into this state on one pointedness, your brain waves they shift from beta to alpha, and then a stage of mastery is created. Then cortisol, the fear hormone, it starts to reduce. Brain starts releasing dopamine, which is the inspirational neurotransmitter and is associated with pleasurable sensations along with learning and memory. Serotonin is released, which helps you regulate your mood as well as your sleep and learning ability and memory. This is what scientists are now recognizing as the flow state. Every single one of us is capable of achieving this state of flow. It is this state where Thomas Edison invented the electricity. It is the state in which the greatest athletes they break world records. It is the state where great painters they create the masterpieces, and it's the state where Beethoven's they create mesmerizing music. A focused mind is the prerequisite for outrageous success. Kindly write in the comments below, what is your big goal in life? Writing our goal and declaring it to the world sets in an intention inside us and becomes a force behind those intentions which push you closer to your goals. So go ahead and write down your big goal of life in the comments below. I am your brother guide to prosperity, and my mission is to help you realize the dreams of your life and help you achieve something worthwhile for which your family, your parents, and your children can be proud of. We shall be discussing more such practices in the forthcoming videos.